Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pass.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
3rd and long. It's gone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
74.
From the 38, Wentz. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 83 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hit, be very difficult to catch and corral.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to... Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 36, Wentz. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw is gone. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. Here we go on 4th. Goff. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Coming to you, coming to you. Switch, switch. Shift, watch the shift.
Mostert. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Pilot, 64, weak.
This is Hines. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, foxtrot.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy, couldn't get in there, and he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Zerline good with a PAT, and that will tie things up at 13. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 41-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
At the 41-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Slam. You draw corker. Hey, let's go. Go ground.
From the gun, here's Gone. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. Call it a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. coming up at halftime. We'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd and 5 now. Goff, blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. Goff now looking to throw. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Goff. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott good with a PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the 50, it's gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Goff now to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going up top for Cup. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A 40-yard punt, no return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. Big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Here we go, D.
Go.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
No.
Switch.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And he fends him off. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Keep playing hard.
Go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check 59, Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
59. Coming this way. Here we go.
Small.
59's Mike. Check. 59.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
We're good.
There to make the tackle, Samson Abuko.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there. Hey, Ford, Tokyo!
Wentz going to try and throw on third. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Let's go!
Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun. Gone. He gets it to Gurley. Complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where it came from.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He's telling you, he's telling you right, telling you right. 4 down. Check, check. Listen.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is Mostert. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Now Mostert. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now gone, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again is gone. Well, he's going to go for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Ed Oliver racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. The Rams on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're running with Gurley. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Todd Gurley unable to get it past the line. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Mike's fine.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. Wentz going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Bailey. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, it's Hines. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Let's go, Great. 57.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He completes it to Tate. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The Eagles on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Wentz now to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run. It's Sanders. Sanders shaking and baking. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down, it's Hines. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. On third down, they turn to Sanders. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
This one through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 44. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Eagles, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get this off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see you when I'm gone. More was strong, it was wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma stick, I'm sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get this off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number.